All right, what is up,
Ooh,
nerds?
we're back.
We're back. We're here. We're alive. We're healthy, and that's all that matters. Actually, don't have the chat up, and I probably should. Uh,
Oh, neither do I. Neither do I. I'm probably just you know,
it's just
got our
Todd. It's
usual.
just
Yeah, just
Todd
Todd
B.
B.
It's just Todd B telling
Stoking.
us how we need to get better, and and that's okay.
They're just everyone's just looking out for us. They're like, oh, you're dropping frames, but we still
Yeah.
like it's still watchable. Don't worry, guys. Everything's okay.
They definitely we
Vital
definitely get
choice.
the participation award for a lot of what we do.
I have
Like
to watch ads on my own videos.
oh, but they do so much.
Oh,
Um Hello Mark.
what's going on, Azario? I just messed up the chat, but anyway, yeah, what's going on? It's one of those weeks where I feel like I don't remember what like happened up until this point. It was just a blur.
Yeah, there was a holiday on Monday and then there was honestly so, let's go through the week. Monday I was supposed to go to a press event and I decided against it.
It's all right. It's all right.
It just like I love going to all of them. I do. I love going to everyone I can go to, but when I looked at what was being shown and what was being covered, it wouldn't equal the budget of like going there, you know?
Sometimes
But
you just need a day off, you know?
yeah, and I didn't take it. I didn't take a day off. I mean, I was still chugging away, but yeah, it's something I'm actually not used to doing is saying no to a press event. And with that said, I am going to one next week on Monday and Tuesday, so there's going to be no news next week for those 2
It
days.
has already begun.
It's already starting. It's already starting.
It's hard to say no to those things because I mean, deep down they are fun. It is kind of a nice gesture to get invited to these like little like hoorahs that go on. I don't know what to call them.
Yeah, you get kind of I feel like there's like some jaded nature towards them, but it's it's like I have to I in the back of my head, I have to treat it with so much respect because it is something that not a lot of people go to. So there's like 9 or 10 people there and you're playing this game that doesn't come out for a few months and you're tasked with delivering that information accurately to readers. And that's why I was a little bummed out on my Tekken 8 preview because I felt like I wasn't the right person to be there. Um
But I mean, that's just a little imposter syndrome speaking. I think Don't
yeah.
forget, you don't need to know every ounce of every game to cover or play a new game. Contrary
Oof.
to popular opinion.
Yeah,
I know.
tell that to everyone else who
Yeah.
that's
You
my
haven't played
last
16 out of the 17 titles in this game.
Oh,
You know
you had fun with
nothing.
Last Faith? Have you played Blasphemous? Yeah, I played Blasphemous, man. I did. I had fun
We
with
got a
that
member
too.
in the
I
background. We have someone who has joined the stream.
Oh, Todd B. He has a
No, not that. I mean, your dog is on the couch.
Oh, he's in here because if I leave him out and I close the door, he'll start tearing shit up. He just gets anxiety. You know? They all just get anxiety. He's wearing a Kirkland sweater.
Designer.
It's
Zario's a
design.
designer boy.
Yeah, he's head to toe in Costco. Um, uh,
Costco branded
so
wholesale.
Todd B says, question for you both. The wife doesn't see the Lenovo Legion Go as a laptop. She sees it as just another gaming device, and worse, there's no physical game carts. Like, in one way, I love her, but come on.
Game carts like a disc. Like what is that?
No,
I'm just
it's like the ROG.
oh
You know how
oh,
cool
it doesn't have like a little cartridge or
Yeah,
something. No.
you know how cool Victor is using his for like no one knows, Cool Victor is the second cameraman at events. So if you see two angles, well, that's Cool Victor. Yes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people use these as their general setup. I've seen people like on Reddit post like, this is my ROG setup, and like it's like the ROG attached to like this, I don't know, dock, and then it goes
So
to
you can like customize the ROG. You can modify it to the point
it's
where you
free.
can put
It's
carts.
it runs in Windows. It's just a PC.
Well, I know that, but
No, there's
like
no
you
like
can,
game cartridges, but I
right.
mean, she's right and she's wrong.
The Lenovo
It is a
Elysian is a
gaming
good laptop.
it is meant for gaming, but it's also it also could be a laptop.
Good laptop.
Um
Usually they have some good sales on that brand for the same stuff. So
yeah.
if you get down to that.
So what did we want to get into here? There's a couple game reveals that happened today, and I want to watch. Mark and I have not actually seen them, but we're gonna watch them with you, and then maybe we'll pause and we'll laugh. And first off, I want to
Eat some
show.
candy.
We're gonna watch the here. Let's go over here. We're gonna watch the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Jerk trailer.
There we go. I like that transition. Here we go.
Let me tell
Brand
you
new.
what you are
Okay.
missing,
I don't know if you can hear it, Mark.
Dr. Jones.
I can't.
While
But it's
you
all right.
were playing your
It's delayed
pointless
again. I'm just
game,
watching it.
Yeah.
I was
Well, I can
Okay.
hear that.
There's a German
You were
and there's
maybe you should
Indiana.
have built yourself
I like
a
Indiana
life
Jones. I respect it.
instead of
These
So
graphics
because
are
it's
a
Harrison
little-
Ford. Okay, sorry. Because it's
sorry.
Harrison Ford. When I was a kid, I would pretend that I was Han Solo. So in like elementary school, I would wear two belts that like one of them was slanted down and the other one was straight across, kind of like Han Solo, you know. But then everyone was just like, "Why is this kid wearing two belts?" But in my head, I was Harrison Ford, who it was like I was trying to dress like a cross between Indiana and Han Solo because in my head they're the same person. Anyway, I digress.
He was hunting Leia his whole life.
Yeah, let's go back to see him in action.
dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
I like to see this stuff
Wow,
happen
what a
right now.
badass. Machine Games. What do they do? What's the last Machine Games game? I know it, and I'm gonna feel so stupid after I figure
History.
out.
I think the lighting in these new games look great,
There's
but
different
sometimes I
ways
feel like
to
they
interpret the
backtrack
past.
on actual like
Yeah, they're the
like
Wolfenstein
renderings.
guys.
Like I don't know how to say it. But the
Thousands
lighting is
of
crazy.
years
Look at
of
that. It's
humanity's
like
Oh, it's
thoughts
beautiful.
and beliefs. Scattered
It's
in
first
air,
person game.
just waiting.
I think that was like, I don't
be
think that's
found.
cool. Listen, I don't want to be Indiana Jones. I've grown out of that. The first person thing, I'm over it. I live life in first person. I don't need to play a game in first person.
you're a third person gamer.
I like to get
It's
out
nice to
here.
go back and forth.
This is all the drugs I do.
You want to
I don't
remove
want to be
yourself
in here.
from the
I
eyes.
want to be over here.
Oh man, that's why I can't play those Resident Evil games. They're too real for me. And those first person.
Oh
ones or
yeah,
whatever, the
zombies.
7 ones,
Zombies are the
whatever.
realest thing I've ever come across. Ammo in a garbage can.
Yeah.
I can't count on one hand how many times it happens a day. Let's see what Indiana's up to.
Watch me.
Oh,
It's just giving me Tomb Raider reskin vibes, but we'll see what's going on.
that's what Tomb Raider was. The whip is cool.
I like the old
Throughout
Tomb
history,
Raider.
mankind has built sites of
Oh,
great spiritual significance.
yeah, Mushi GPT. Actually, I said
If you
that,
were to
but
draw
I
a line
honestly
through these
love
ancient
like
sites around the world,
was it Ghostwire
you get a
Tokyo?
perfectly
Loved
aligned
it.
circle.
Right on the scale of cringe.
So it looks like you can do some third
The 6.
I've had
Punch-
run-ins with
punch-
these guys before.
punch Nazis in the
Trust me.
head, shoot
It
Nazis
ain't a
in
walk
the
in the
leg.
park.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it looks like
see if we can
someone
keep up.
who
What do you mean if I could keep up?
likes the game to take the wheel from like a gamer. You know, it seems like that the way the combat was, it just seemed like so like structured in a way. You know, I don't know. It's like click one button. Oh, okay, that was a little interesting. I don't know. I wish I saw more of
It
that.
definitely looks cool. I'll give it that. It looks
Patron
cool.
of the
It's giving me, you know, what's giving me actually? It's giving me some Bioshock
protector
vibes
of
now.
the-
Oh man.
The Great Circle.
Looks pretty cool. I don't know
I
about
wish I saw more gameplay.
the game. I don't know about the name. The Great Circle. Okay, because in my head,
And
I
the
think
Great Circle.
butthole. My head goes butthole, circle jerk.
It's just a little too simple of a name. It's
Yeah.
too easy to change.
Yeah, they could have been like anything.
Great Circle.
They're literally there's rooms of people. There's rooms of people that could have thought of something good to say here. In the subtext there, but yeah, it's coming out this year, so it's been in development for a while. It looks cool. I don't know. Mark, yay or nay?
Yeah. I like Indiana Jones as just a title, so it seems interesting to me. It just seems like another like PlayStation exclusive kind of game to me, and I'm
It's
more
Xbox
of a
exclusive.
really that's a big throw because I just didn't see that. Honestly, it just seems I feel like they're trying to be Sony then.
I kind of want. Okay, I'm not an Xbox fanboy by any means, but I would love, like, when they were buying out Activision, I was like rooting them on secretly in the back of my head. It's also on PC, yes. Mushi GPT. It's also on PC. But if it's Xbox Studios, they release both PC and. But as a platform, I say as a console, I guess console exclusive. What was I saying? I feel like I was gonna say something. So
I
like
don't know. I'm more of a gameplay guy over a story guy. I love a good story, but I think the gameplay is really what holds up the game. So like unless they show me a bunch of that, it's hard for me to like get behind it. I mean, I'm definitely excited the fact that even see like a modern Indiana Jones title in general. So we could see where they go with that. I thought it was interesting to see Bethesda on that card at the end.
yeah, it's well, Bethesda already owns so many good studios, so I mean that's the problem, is that we haven't really seen like what that buyout it really has in store, because you hit the right around the time that was all going on when games are supposed to be released or heavy development. You had COVID that pretty much knocked every game that was in development 3 years ago was like delayed for those 2 years, and now just barely, I feel like this year and probably the tail end of last year, we were like not getting a shit ton of remasters, not getting a shit ton of like remakes, because those are easy, right? Those are like the easier things to do. Is like, oh, we need something to release, let's put out a remastered. I would say that Syrup too, that Xbox gamers are in for it. I remember what I was gonna say. I was like secretly like rooting. I'm not an Xbox fanboy, okay, but I was rooting on Xbox for winning that Activision deal, because someone's gotta pull Sony down and remind Sony, bitch, we made you. Like, where's fucking where's Rain? Where's The Last Guardian PS5? Come on, that game needed stronger hardware to really showcase that relationship between Beast and Boy, and nothing. Shadow of the Colossus, they done goofed.
Oh, that's an old title.
They done goofed. Well, they pretty much shut down Japan Studios, so we're not getting any cool games from them. I don't know, man.
I would just like to see Xbox stick to I feel like they always have a different take on gameplay. than the Sony games, like the exclusives rather. So it would be nice to see how the gameplay kind of transpires here. I mean, I would like to see a mixture of kind of Tomb Raider, BioShock-esque game. I think that might be a good mix for Indiana here. You know, swinging amongst
feel like I'm gonna get
the jungle
sick.
here.
I tried playing the MetaQuest 3 for like I tried setting up the damn thing the other day.
VR,
Yeah,
Indiana.
and I was like I got sick in like 10 seconds and
Tough, man.
I
It's
felt
not an
like such a
easy.
little bitch because you have these little 13-year-old kids just living in VR,
Yeah,
cussing at each other in VR chat, and I'm over here like crying.
the
Anyway.
world, man. The world. We are susceptible to it nowadays.
Okay, so there also was a Visions of Mana trailer that aired, and this is like the big like actual gameplay reveal of Visions of Mana. Just for some like real background on like what this game means. There hasn't been an actual new entry for maybe like 10 years. Bailey will correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, Ray, we definitely will review Hellblade 2. Aside Xbox Studios likes to support media. With some of their studios they're a little more pick and choosy, but they're one of the more responsive first party studios for like media inquiries or setting you up with like press events and stuff. Yeah, thanks Bailey. 15 years it's been since the last Mana release. So yeah.
Definitely not feeling Hellblade 2.
Well, Morgan, I don't even think they're feeling it with that digital only release, and just like we've been waiting what like 4 or 5 years for this game to come out, and they just say, "Oh, the release date's in like 2 or 3 months." Um,
I have a feeling they're just gonna do away with like just physical in general, and instead of giving you a disc, it's only gonna be digital. But maybe there'll be some other like
not like this.
collectible or something to buy. You know, like at some point, like discs are just gonna be stupid. You know, like they're gonna have to give you something else. That's what I think. I don't know. Like, how long are they gonna give you a disc that needs a digital download? Like before it gets boring.
In my head, I think that the future is going to rely on like these small studios or these small publishers that just handle the physical releases, so your limited run games, your super rare games, and then the companies will just sign the licenses away for those physical releases and just focus on digital. But I think there needs to become a balance of that where the digital price goes a little lower than the physical. I think there needs to be I think it won't. And if it does, it's not going to happen for a very long time because there's money on the table, and when that happens, it's like things get messy, but yeah, I do want to watch this Visions of Mana. I actually haven't seen it, but I've read about it. Is that the same? I don't know what this is.
Close.
Oh wait, it's gonna set it up.
Greetings, Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada.
What
say,
a
producer for
fucking
the Mana
cute
series
man!
here at Square
Give me a
Enix.
hug,
聖剣伝説
That
ビジョン
shirt
ド
is
マナ
fitting
の情
just
報
right,
を
you know.
dude.
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに
Fucking
いち
fly!
早くお
Look at
伝え
those
できる機会をいただけて
khakis.
大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。聖剣伝説シリーズは
They
1991 年
fucking
フ
lied
ァイ
to
ナル
me
ファンタジ
in
ー外
the
伝として誕生して以降
press release. They said that Visions. They said that the Mana series started in 1993 with Mystic Quest, but it actually started in 1991 with Final Fantasy Adventure. And like, I feel like that's like not a hard thing to know. I feel like I thought we all just knew that, but probably the European team wrote that press release because it did come out in Europe as Mystic Quest. Ooh, double jump with a dash. Let's go. Looks cool.
Yeah, it looks clean. That looks like kind of that Hammer Bro looking Koopa from Mario, actually.
These
今
all
回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である
all those
石井
all those
浩一
monsters
さ
are
んと
like
共に
mainstays
聖
in the
剣伝説ビ
series.
ジョンズ・オブ・マナの
And
内
this
容を紹介して
Koichi
いきたい
guy,
と思います
he's a fucking gangster.
Hello, I am Koichi
What
Shi
city
from
is this?
Blaze.
Seattle?
I am so
No,
happy
they're in
to
Japan.
introduce the
Dang,
newest game
looks just like
in
the
the Mana
buildings in
series
Seattle,
to
honestly.
Xbox players.
It's kind of interesting.
初期の
Guess
頃
the
から
Pacific
シリー
Ocean
ズ
be
作
the
品に
Pacific
登場している
Ocean.
モンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたも
Looks
の
like
も
a
あります。今
He's
作で
a
は
he's a
Camera's just so
gangster.
good. The camera is just
I
so
might
hot.
look
どのよう
really
な形で
intimidating,
進化して
but I make
聖剣
cute
伝
monster
説ビジ
designs.
ョンズ・オブ・マナに落とし込むか、デザインの方向性から
Azario does not hate first-person games. I think we're just he's in a new era, you know. He's a Call of Duty boy at heart.
聖剣伝説ファイナ
I
ルファンタ
hang
ジ
out
ー
in
外
the
伝を作ってい
gulag.
た頃から自分の頭
Find
の
me
中が
serving
モン
drinks
スターた
in
ち
the
が立体的に
gulag.
生き生きと動いてこれまで自分が携わっ
The
た
only
作
thing I'm
品で
curious
は
about of
Also,
this game,
Nintendo,
will they
like-
try
当時の
making
技
more
術で
interesting
表現で
story
き
and
るかに
characters,
こ
or
だわっ
just
て
stick
作
to the
ってき
original?
ました。
That was Abra
最新
from
作では
Pokemon.
聖
Just
剣伝説
and
のモンス
that's
ターたち
that's
が
oddish.
ただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もし
Morgan,
っかりと
the
表現
Mana
できている
series is all
バ
about
ト
the
ル中は
trees in
モンスター
trouble.
たちの表情にも注目してください
That's what the whole that's what the whole thing
聖剣伝説シリーズには
boils down
空を
to.
旅する
I
海を渡
you
る
know what
手助
I
けをし
like
てくれ
about
る
the
頼も
series
しい仲間たちがいま
is
した
that
が
even though
本
that's
作には
always like the
広大なフィールド
destination,
探検に欠かせない
I think
新た
they
な
do
仲間が
really
登場し
well
ます
to make these
陸上を
the
猛スピードで
characters
駆け回っ
like
てくれるピックルピッ
their
クルも石井
their
さんが新たに考案してくださってい
core
ます
struggles are more important than the actual
新たな
like
仲間を考える
saving
に
the
あたっては
world
今
type
作のマス
deal
コットキャラク
that
ターになるくらい可愛い動物に
that
したいと
that
い
you
う
have to go to,
漠
but
然
like
と
it's
した
the
思いがあり
relationships
ました
with between the characters and then
その
those
上で
characters with
容
their
赦キリアの
regions
家
that
内
they
見た
come
目はアルマ
from.
ジュによく似た
That
先
that
祖母や
all
古
makes
代
the
エジプ
world
ト神の
feel
アヌビスの子供
I
と
don't
い
know
った具
really
体的な
really
イメ
full.
ージが
It
浮かん
it
で
just
きて
makes you
そ
really
れぞれ
it
の
just makes you
特徴を
connected
取り入れなが
to
ら
the
ラ
entire
グデザ
party,
インを書き起こ
and
し
I
ました
think I really appreciate. I really
デザイ
like
ナー
that
にも
about the game.
ア
It's
イデアを
very
出しても
simple
らいな
though.
が
You're
ら
right.
足の長さや丸まった時の
I
イメ
mean, the
ージや
wolf looked awesome.
ゲームの中での見え方も考えながら
Yeah, I
調整を
I
重
even
ねてい
think
き
like
ピックルは
Legends of Mana,
誕
which
生
is
しま
like
した
one of the like it doesn't
もう一つ
feel
の
like
挑
a
戦は
Mana
楽
game at
曲
all.
面です
But
過去さまざまなコンポーザ
I
ー
think that
が
one
携わ
had
れ
like
た楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつ
the
も
ending was just the tree, but it had those
素
three
晴ら
main
しい
stories
新たな
that
楽曲が生
that
まれました
actually were totally I don't know.
しっかり聖剣伝説シリーズ
It
ら
is
しさを
definitely a
感じてもらえる
series
と
where
思い
you
ま
have to
す
look for
過去
the
シリーズの楽
nuances.
曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが
I do
全
hope
100
I guess I
曲
hope that they
という
make him a
大ボリュー
little
ムの
more
制作に
prominent
挑んで
in
く
a
れました
release like this because it's such to a high
新たな
scale.
試み
Like
として
if this
フィー
game
ルドの
fails,
探
that's
索から
probably it
バ
for
ト
the
ルま
Mana
でを
series.
シーム
I
レスに
can't
体
see
験で
them
きるよう今作ではインタラクティブ
ramping
ミュ
up
ージッ
this
クを
type
導入
of
しており
marketing
冒
if
険
they
の
weren't
没入感を高めて
thinking.
くれます
All right, this is your
探
last
索中の
chance,
BGM
guys.
がバトルに入った瞬間
Don't mess
アレン
it
ジが
up.
切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょ
Well,
Yeah,
so-
I think Trials is amazing. Saga series I'm a little more iffy on, but we'll see.
う今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説
Here's
の
some
アクション部
variety.
分が
Okay,
強化
I
され
get
て
a
います
spell.
I platinumed
空
Trials.
中でのアクシ
That
ョンが
one
バトルの鍵とな
that
ってお
was
り
like a
武
really
器での
fun
攻
game.
撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています
Yeah, Hollow Man, when we're
本作
talking
なら
about
で
the
はの特徴と
news
して
and what to
聖
cover
剣
on
伝
Noisy
説シリーズ
Pixel,
ではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが
like, oh, should
その力を宿した武器を
just
使う
cover
と
like the stuff
バト
our
ルを
readers
手助
want, and
け
then
し
when
てくれる
Visions of
ように
Mana came on,
な
we're
り
like,
ます
oh, that's it.
精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので
It's a
そ
long
の効
trailer.
果
What
と
is
と
it,
も
like a 10
に
minute?
聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議
Oh
な
yeah,
力
they
で
talk a lot
爽
about
快
it,
な
but
バ
this
トルを
is like
楽し
the
んでいた
big
だけます
gameplay reveal.
Cool now. I was gonna say like it's looking a little of the
オリジナル
same,
モ
but
ンスタ
now we
ーや
got some
ピックルにも
variety.
注目してほしいのですが聖剣伝
Avowed.
説ビジョン
You
ズ・オ
know
ブ・マナ
what?
は
I didn't
聖剣伝
even
説 説らしさを
I
感じ
didn't
ても
even
らえる作
see
品にな
that
るよう小山田君を
that
中心に
trailer.
チームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていて
Let's
くだ
look
さい。
at it.
私自身もプレイするのを
Avowed
楽しみにしています。
Trailer.
聖剣伝説シリーズとして
We get it, Visions. You're super cool. All right, here we go. Hold on to your butts. Avowed. All right, I haven't seen this. So they're showing Pillars of Eternity. Nerds.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our
Obsidian's
upcoming
cool.
fantasy action RPG, Avowed.
I'll give them that.
Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague
Here we go.
and discover a
Modern
secret
lighting again.
at
I
the
like
heart
to
of
see
the living
this.
lands.
It
At
was
Obsidian,
ironically
we love
when
creating worlds
Halo
with deep
5,
themes,
or no,
dynamic
maybe not Halo
gameplay,
5, Halo
and thoughtful
4, I think when it
reactivity.
came out. Like
And
that game
Avowed
had
is no
incredible
different.
graphics for its time, and that
We
blew
set
me
out to
away, and it
blend
like
the
almost made
believable and
when I was younger, I
fantastic
wanted
to
to
give
be in
players a
like
world
3D
and
modeling, and
experience like no other.
I wanted to be the guy that
It's
created the
colorful, it's
environments,
vibrant,
like
it's
in
strange.
the
It's one of the
engines
most
and stuff, and
incredible
like put the
settings
buildings
in
and
the
like
world
place
of
them out
AOA.
and stuff like that.
There's going to be a
But
lot of great
I grew
secrets
out
to
of that
discover,
because I know
one of
that's
which
just
has
a terrible
really
industry to
personal
be in if you
connection
want to make
you
no
as the
money
player
and
character,
like
and
you,
you're gonna have a
you don't
great
get to
time
talk about
getting
your
to know
work.
those
Like 9 out of the
secrets
10
and
games
leaving
you
your
work
mark
on
the
don't come out,
world.
and you signed an NDA,
And
so
when
you
it
can't
comes
even
to
like talk about them.
encounters,
So
Avowed
Yeah.
you're just like
brings the
living a
best
meaningless
of the
life at the end of the
moment-to-moment
day, in
fun
my
that
opinion.
comes
But
with
it's just
action-oriented
like
gameplay
the game
and
I
the
worked on
depth
doesn't
and
come
breadth of
out. I
choice
can't
that you
talk
get with
about
an
it,
RPG.
Yeah.
and I get underpaid.
Oh,
It's
there's
like
like tons of like
struggle for
animators.
struggle.
There's tons of animators. I mean, we
Here at
know
Obsidian,
of one that
our
we can't
team's
talk
overarching
about,
goal
but
is to empower
there's tons
you
of
with
animators
choice.
that
So we
that,
developed a
uh,
flexible combat system
that
that allows you to quickly
will
swap from
they'll be
spellcasting
commissioned
and
for a
sharpshooting
project,
to
and
melee
then like
combat.
the publisher
We
just
want to give
won't
you
show
the
it, so
freedom
they'll
to
just
mix and
hold on
match
to
your
this
loadout
trailer.
to fit the way you want to
And
play from moment to moment.
like even if the
uninterrupted.
person hit
For
all the
battles,
deadlines and
you can
stuff,
combine a
it's
variety
like
of
nope,
weapons, attacks,
never gonna show
and
this.
abilities for tactical
It's a
advantages.
tough industry to
against
Oh,
work
so this is
in.
a
wide
Harry
range of
Potter
enemy
game?
types. It's
really
not just
competitive,
hacking
too.
and slashing. You're making real-time decisions
Yeah, I
about
guess
when
it
to
is
use
Harry
your
Potter
abilities,
reskin.
powerful melee attacks, blocks,
Instead of a wand,
parries,
you have a disheveled piece of
and
stone
special
off the side of the
attacks.
wall. Okay. All right.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels
What
quick
type of-
and
what type of
snappy
game
when
is it? Am
dealing
I looking
damage
at
to
here? Is
enemies
it
at
just,
mid-range.
It's
Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can
Again,
stop
is
enemies
it
in
like
their
an open
tracks, giving you the
world,
opportunity to focus
open
on
world?
weaker or
Every
tougher
game is
combatants in
an open
intentional
world
and
game.
controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of
Harry
enemies
Potter
you
I
without
hope,
J.K.
I hope
Rowling.
Indiana Jones is not open world. I
Yeah.
want some linear ass story mode.
and others you must
Yeah,
manage
level by level.
tell
or
me
their
where to
healing capabilities will
go,
put you
and
in
I'll
a tough
do
spot.
it. I'll do
To
what
help
you
with the
say,
different encounters you
game.
will face,
Just because then they
we
like
provide
put more
customizable
time and effort
loadouts
into
that
each
can be
moment.
quickly
Like it
switched
just
during
makes
combat.
more sense.
That
Like
means
these
you
open
can
world
play
games, like
however
they have to
you want.
spread all their
Equip a sword and shield.
like they
and
spread
charge
so
into
thin
battle.
where like if they focus on
Dual-wield
one
pistols
linear
and
like
control the
level, then
encounter
like
mid-range.
every part of it can be dynamic
Or
and,
even
and
dual-wield
intense
wand
and
to feel
properly
like a
rendered.
gunslinging mage.
Just a better experience
You
in my
could use your
opinion. I'm tired
enchanted
of
wand to
this
freeze enemies,
trend.
and then use your offhand weapons power
No,
attack
but
to
I-
shatter them.
But honestly,
We've worked hard
pretend
to keep
you
constantly
are a,
engaged as battles unfold.
just
Like
a
standard builds
just a
between
consumer
pressure
of
and
video
manageability
games,
during
and
combat.
Players
they
will have
released this
ample
game where you
choices
can
for how to
literally
build
just
and
spend
progress
200
their
hours
envoy
in.
the world of the living lands
That's
as
normally
they
what
get to know
people
the
want.
game and the story
When
and
I
explore
when I
many diverse
when I
regions.
when I
Some
would buy
quests in Avowed
games
will have
when
you
I in
make
my
difficult
20s or in
decisions with
college and
profound
stuff, like my
consequences,
one
like
game
this
would
side
have to
quest
stretch
may
me
encounter in
6 to
Shatterstar,
8 months
the
because
third
that's all I
region
could
you'll explore
afford.
on your journey through
It's
the living
nice when
lands.
a game does
As
that
you're
for sure.
exploring, you come across the
It's
bodies
nice.
of these
I
fallen
think I
soldiers,
think
and as you
over
explore
time I
the
think
remains of the
I've
battle,
leaned
it's up
more
to
into
you to
like that's
determine
why I
who,
wanted
if
to go
anyone,
more into
is
the
at
indie
fault.
thing because it's like you can pay $10 and get a nice weekend experience, and that's like your blockbuster movie rental, you know. Who's this Joker? He has sunburn.
Yeah, I think it's just a buzzword they like to throw out there, but I like a good tailored experience. I mean, the last I don't even think open world. This is considered open world, but I'm just gonna throw out the good old Skyrim, and I remember dropping like thousands of hours into that game, just like everyone else. And that one is a good example of a game that I can get behind. That is, you know, you could spend hours in, and it's not linear. I guess it just worked, but I find it hard for games to just be successful. I don't know. I think it's just based on like not the genre, but the I guess I'm gonna say in this the game title. I guess it just depends title per title. Like I don't like when everyone tries to be like someone else. I like, you know, if that's the game, that's the game. Don't try and be like this game. This game is like this. This game is like that. Everyone tries to copy each other, and just because
Yeah.
it's trendy, it's kind of a jumbled thought, I know, but I tried to pull it all together at the end.
It's well
end of the
that
quest, you have a
when
choice.
video
When you
games
can
were
select private
innovative,
route, if you
that's
believe
what
the story
we
he's
got
told
out of
you,
it. and then it became where oh, we have all these tools to use now, which makes developing easier, but it also makes everything look very much the same. That's why you don't see very many like normal sprite games that bigger studios have to make, because it does take a lot longer to put those sprites together to create that sprite world. So they have to use a lot of 3D graphics and stuff like that to accomplish that, because it's just easier.
Creating an immersive experience
I don't know.
I guess a good example would be like if you took Call of Duty, you know, like just it's been first-person shooter its whole like career, and then they throw in like now like the next Call of Duty is open world first-person shooter. It's like, all right, like I mean, there's like stick to what you're good at, Call of Duty. Stop trying like I don't know.
Yeah,
I would that's just how I feel, but some people might disagree about the change, but I'm all for change. I'm all for change, but
and I'm all
it
for
depends, man. Games
Harry
are
Potter.
hard. We're all nerds in games. We like our games the way they are. We'd like the recipe to stay the same.
I think that what Hollow Man pointed out is like there's 5 100-hour games coming out in like the next 2 or 3 months. I wanted to
name 2 of them.
I wanted to write something on this. It's like what do you play, you know? Like how do they think we're going to have time to beat Like a Dragon and then go into Final Fantasy 7, you know?
They're just competing.
I'll say it. It's the Trails effect. You guys, there's all these Trails fans, and I'm saying like Trails of Cold Steel and all. There's all these fans. There's all these Falcom fans, but I don't think they've all played the whole series. It's too long. It's
They
too
don't know the
much.
secret endings.
But we all pretend that we've played him. You know, we all read the wikis, so we all think in the back, oh, I know these characters. Yeah, but no one has played all those games. So when they have all these arguments and stuff, I think someone brought it up in the comments of one of the videos that I did, where you have these games that come out where your favorite YouTuber, your favorite content creator puts out this opinion that just like becomes the opinion of the game, and no one else can change that. It's like when everyone was saying like Midnight Suns was not a good game, and then it turned into like everyone's playing it right now. But when it launched, it's like, and the game's probably not going to succeed because it's too late, but like somebody said it was bad at launch, and then that was it. That's the narrative of the game. It's bad. But no one's gonna like try and figure it out for themselves or buy it or play it or anything. It's just gonna become that game of telephone, you know, where we just have bad takes all the time. So you know what? That's why I kind of like Games Done Quick, which is also on right now. But thanks for watching us while they're streaming. I like it because it kind of shows you games that maybe you didn't pick up and play, and like it shows you all of it, so you could be like, "Oh, this game actually is good." I've never played Sneak King before, and I watched a Sneak King speedrun, and I was like, "Hey, maybe I missed out on the Sneak King. You know, maybe I wrote off the Sneak King, but not too bad." So I think we do write off because you have an IGN narrative, and then that's the narrative of the game. Like, oh, this game sucks. Done. Even with Suicide Squad coming up, it does look a little bad, but I will say that like even with that coming up, everyone's already written it off. You know, no one's gonna get it because they all already think it's bad.
Are you a speedrun boy?
No. I tried to get into Super Mario World speedrunning like when I was like 22, and I wasn't very good at it. And that was it.
Super Mario World? Like which is that the name of the game? Super Mario World?
Yeah, it's the
Like third one?
It's on Super Nintendo. No, it's like the fourth one. It's on Super
Oh.
Nintendo. You get Yosh.
The Yosh one.
Yeah, the Yosh one.
I like those classic Yoshi games. Like just maybe think of that Yoshi Touch and Go game for DS. That game was pretty fire if you ask me.
It was a fire game.
Were
They
you a
announced
Touch and Go?
Way Forward announced that they're releasing a new physical 3DS game for Shantae, and I'm pretty excited about it. I don't like limited run games too much, but I heard that they restructured some stuff over there, and that kind of made me want to buy from them again. But for a while, I was like, no. But now I'm back. They got me back because they did some changes. But yeah. Anyway, that was like most of. I think they announced some like Elder Scrolls Online thing. I used to go to Elder Scrolls Online like press events. Never played the fucking game, and I just walk in there and just like when I don't know why I do this, okay, but they'll have like a helper behind you, and they'll say, "Well, you played it before, so you kind of know where to go, right?" And I'll just instinctively say, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah," like thinking I could figure it out.
I would do the opposite. I'd be like, just so you
Yeah,
know, I haven't ever
I
played this before in my life.
I respect it. Yeah, Hollow Man, we watched it. We thought it looked okay. I think the first person aspect of it was whatever. But it looked entertaining.
I think it's definitely interesting. It's a cool start to 2024. Like, what's next? Like, what other movie are they gonna make a game out of now?
I hope it's only 10 hours long. That's my only hope. Is that it's an
The Indiana game?
easy 10 hours. Easy 10 hours.
I could see like a Souls, like a Souls like Indiana game, kind of. I could see that. Like you know,
Yes.
like the Dark
Souls
Souls stuff.
like any game.
Elden Ring.
Um,
Elden Jones.
I do want to bring up we had our 5-year video go out this week. It's really interesting to watch those like flashback things and like see like the things we tried and the different events that we've gone to over the years. It was
It's hard to
really
watch.
cool. Mark edited that and put it out. No one asked him to, and he did it all himself. I
was a little late. But I'm someone who like I'll put it on my to-do list and it haunts me until it's finished. And like I have to finish things that I start. I even want to go back and finish things I started when I was like 18 and like still haven't been finished. Like I'm still like crazy like that. But yeah, like I edited this video. You go back, you find all like the nice vaulted clips that we used, and I wish we still made a lot of the content, but it's not like we have the same time. Our schedules are completely different as Noisy Pixel have developed. So it would be nice when we can have that time back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, take some moments to watch our old content through the 5-year video. If you like what you see, you can even do a deeper dive. But you know, I always shed a tear.
But literally, we lose subscribers every time we show our faces.
Now we do. It's like a new thing ever since 2024 began.
What is
like, every time
going
we show our
on?
faces, because we get like more subscribers during the day for the reviews. So when they see like our nerdy, stupid faces, I think they're just like, I don't want to see these guys. Like, I just want their reviews.
I promise. Like it's like when I'm in like Anime Expo and I'm like in the Falcom like panel line, and I'm trying to talk to like these nerds, and they're totally just writing me off, you know? And I'm just like, no, guys, I'm cool. I promise. I'm not like them. I'm not like them.
There's nothing you could do.
I was at this party. Fuck, dude. I was at this party like last month, and all these guys were like, we're all like hanging out, and like I didn't know anyone there because it was my girlfriend's friend's party, and I didn't know anyone there, so I'm just drinking, trying to schmooze and try to entertain myself. And this guy's like taking pictures with a Polaroid camera, and he's taking pictures of a Gundam, and I was like, oh, is that Barbados? And he's like, huh, yeah. And then the guy's like, he knows? And the guy's like, yeah, he knows. And then they just shut me out. They look at me and they don't fucking say a thing. They just boxed me out of the circle. And I'm just standing there with my stupid little drink, my stupid little White Claw in my stupid little hand.
You lost it.
I lost
It's over.
it. I lost it, dude.
You caught the ugly.
It sucks. It sucks when you put on so much self-reflection and you still get snubbed like that by the nerds. Thanks. I felt like they're jelly, but there's one thing that I love doing at any like convention.
Or the maid outfit.
It's going to the Gundam section and talking to anybody that walks up, like, because Gundam fans are so eager to like talk about Gundams, and that's what I thought these guys were gonna do, and they did not do it. So
The Gundam fan base is a strong one. That's what I've learned. I know one Gundam person, and they are all about it. There's no black or white. It's all about Gundam.
I
It's
would,
Gundam or nothing.
you know, I feel like there was a time and place for like guys to wear maid outfits on streams and stuff, and I'm sure it happens all the time. But there's this one streamer that like I accidentally saw photos of, and now anytime someone's like, "Oh, gonna dress up in a maid outfit and post it," I always like, it always gives me like that. It just flashes in my head this image of this, and everyone's gonna know when I say it was like pro Jared when that whole stuff was going down. So anytime someone like pictures a guy in a maid outfit or like a female cosplay, I just think of those cringy like pictures that came out of that, and it hurts my head. So I'm sorry, Morgan. Don't think I'll do maid.
He said butler.
I could do butler.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll get one of the nice. Okay, so the problem with me in cosplaying is that I'll never do it because in my head I can't commit to the character. I'm fucking weird. Like,
I don't think you have to commit to the character. I don't know
that
if
you
everyone
don't.
does that.
You absolutely don't. But in my head, I'm gonna say
You're
that
fake.
I
You're
have to
fake.
commit. Yeah,
You don't
because
know
I
about
would
that character
expect
you're cosplaying?
no, because if I see somebody cosplaying as a character, I would expect them to be in character. Except if they're inside. I'm seeing if they're outside and they're and they're taking pictures in the little circle or whatever, I would expect them to be somewhat in character. But I couldn't do that, so I don't cosplay. Yeah.
What would
Butler
you
with an eye
cosplay as?
patch. Morgan. Morgan's just making me fit all the preferences. My dog wants to go outside. I'm not gonna let him outside. So I'm sorry if everyone thinks this is mean of me, but if I let him out there, the cat's gonna come in here, be completely annoying. He's gonna start tearing shit up out there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Are you running out of space on that game shelf? That red shelf looking a little full.
It's double stacked. Rows.
Oh. Why is that one like stacked that way and the other way you don't want to you're
Got
just
lazy.
It's a lot of games. Though. I have a lot of games, but I think you definitely have more than me for sure. I have a lot of
when I started like trying to organize them, in my head I only had 26 Switch games, and then I guess I have more. It's weird. Yeah, hey Morgan, we are going to review it. We're not getting it until tomorrow. They don't send Nintendo review codes until launch day for the uncools. But I mean, we're working on
the
it.
cool level. Yeah, we're working
We're
on
working on it.
the rank.
The schmoozing.
We just don't have enough coins to buy the star yet. It's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Play little mini games here and there.
I'm sure that physical release is either going to be not printed a lot of, or get like 50% off in the next month. Okay, I'm sorry. Before we go on, I'll put him outside. He's just gonna stand right here.
He's itching. Oh, he's gone now. All right. Well, hello everyone. I have some comments that I pulled out from the YouTube because I thought they were interesting. We kind of went over one of them with the discs thing. You know, I thought it was funny that I did as an old topic conversation, but I did think that discs was a funny comment because discs are made to last 100 years if you did not know. And you know what? Nowadays, it doesn't even matter because you just get digitally blocked. So it is kind of sucky, you know, for all the collectors out there. I did grow up collecting a lot of games and I did take pride in my game collection, but now I just don't care at all. I'm just one of those guys that prefers easily clicking on the game digitally. Don't have to leave my seat. Just click one button. But that was, I can't even pronounce his name. If I can pronounce the name, I'd read what name you were commenting as. But that was on the Ubisoft news video, which Azario put out recently, which he was feeling a little soft on the Ubisoft news. I'm talking about the news right now, actually. I'm going over comments. But I was saying, or about to say that, you know, you were feeling a little down, you know, because some people just aren't meant to be Noisy Pixel fans, but it's all right, you know, like in the grand scheme of things, the people that are trying to watch the news videos are watching the news videos. And even this guy, Bleed for the World, I'm going to shout him out here. Horrible video that manufacturers consent for corporate. First of all, I don't even know what you're trying to say there. Come on, Lopez, you're better than that. And honestly, we're not better than that, first of all. Second of all, it's our job to just cover things.
I would say my view on the Ubisoft exec is that he is an exec and somehow he got there making good choices. And from a sleeping his way to the top, maybe, or just collecting secrets, you know, like a Cat Williams, just using those secrets to claw his way to the top. So that man's a fighter. No, I think that executive is he makes some good points. He makes a point about how people stream movies and stuff. I get it, cool, but I think I think I should have mentioned that I don't want physical sales to stop, but I wouldn't mind the option of subscription models replacing more AAA releases. I mean, Game Pass is already pretty much doing it. Every Xbox game goes on Game Pass. So whether you buy Indiana Jones or not, if you're paying for Game Pass, you're paying for Indiana Jones. It's in some way. It I don't know. I like the idea, but in like that, if your subscription ends on PS Plus or Xbox, you lose access to those games. And like I think it's already happening. Just people have to be a little more perceptive of like what's actually going on in the industry. Live service games suck. I don't get into them. I don't play many of them. But I see the appeal of like people who do play them, and even like games like Genshin Impact and stuff. How many people love that game? You know, like they're. If I had the time, I probably would be playing all of those games too, because that's what they demand, time. And I think it's gonna take a lot of trust between company and consumer. Yeah. Pay gating on save files of that was removed, then the concept of your game is that was the games aren't movies. They're trying to sell them like if they are. So if you have to buy a copy for your children, yeah. And that's the thing. I think I mentioned it also is like DVDs and movie releases also used to be a lot better. And I think people just caught on, like when they're buying a movie, they're just buying a movie now. You don't get the behind the scenes cool shit. You don't get the interactive menus anymore. You put in a fucking Blu-ray that you just spent $30 on, and it's some shitty splash screen that look all the same to all the other movies, and then play. Maybe have a chapter select. Maybe it's the physical DVD world like is in a weird spot. I'm glad I'm not into DVD collecting and stuff, but some people love those steel books.
I think it's just cool to have for history, but not for the functionality, I would say. But
You're absolutely right. Even those like old like VHSs for like Disney and stuff, people love that stuff. Yeah, Morgan, Ubisoft is doing fine. And the thing that scares me a lot about like the game industry in general is every week it seems like more and more people are getting laid off. And at some point there's absolutely going to be no jobs for anybody that's trying to get into this field unless you want to work for the like Ubisoft Montreal, which hires pretty much anybody. Like those big companies just to find your footing or just to make a living. I think people are asking a lot of like these developers to pay these high wages, but we're also complaining, like we're demanding that all of these developers get paid, but we're also demanding that the prices for games stay $60, and we're also demanding that you make a single player game, and then we're also demanding that there's online it's like there's going to be like hard balance there that it's super confusing sometimes, because yeah, I do want every developer to get paid what they're worth. But then also it's like so many games are coming out, I can't afford all of them. It's a weird situation. You just got to find which, and again, that's why I go to the indie games and I just chill on those. They're easy experiences, 8 to 10 hours. They make up some of my favorite gaming like moments of the years. So yeah, AGH, Larian's a great example of like a developer who grew with what they were building. So they launched as a smaller team for Kickstarter, and then over the years, over the development of Baldur's Gate 3, they ramped up their team. But I don't think they really like I don't think they brought it to a point where things like they were getting hurt because of it. I don't know. They had a really good launch strategy. That early access period was incredible. The launch, the marketing around the launch was incredible. Yeah, I probably played Baldur's Gate 3 for like an hour, so I can't talk on the game, but great launch.
how many hours is that game? It's a long game, right?
Oh, you can play it as long as you want. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. They can kind of create what you want. The same, I think, could be said for Monolith Soft. Went back to buying Kaidos, and you can feel so many of the Xenoblade systems are in there. Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. Everyone's pushing for innovation. So and on that, I'll boot up an innovative game that we can play. We're gonna play a game that's in early access right now called BlazBlue Entropy Effect.
Welcome to the Ace Mine training system.
Type of game is this? Fill me in.
It's a roguelike game, action roguelike. It comes out on 31st. I don't know. It's fun though. Let me switch this. See guys, I got really good at the transitions. Last week I was a little oh, see, and then I messed up right when I said that.
How did you mess up?
I-
Oh, you canceled something out. I
Hold
see.
on. There we go. Fixed it. There's so many screens going on right now. Okay.
Oh, get your little green line showing up. Oh no. Oh no.
Don't tell me. Oh, dude, damn it.
It's not preset. You have to do it every time.
No, I can fix it right now.
We do it for you.
We do it for you. I don't want you. I've already been playing this game, guys, so we can just hang out and talk.
I'm curious to see it a little bit. It just
I
sounds
just wanna-
popular, right? This is a popular name, this game.
I just want to.
Not from my
I don't know if it's popular. I kind of forgot how to play. I haven't played in like 2 weeks. I'll try to remember. Also, tell me if it's Tell me how those if I need to fix something. I'll turn down the stuff so that everybody can. It doesn't lag or anything on screen. Let's see. Tell me if it's lagging. It is.
There's some stutter here and there, but like it's kind of.
It's not that
random.
bad?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I really wouldn't know how to fix it unless you were to have like 2 separate machines, like running each like with the stream. Be running the, but it's or maybe are you running 60 frames per second? Maybe not. Run 60
Yeah, I
frames.
am. Should I make it 30?
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it would help, but like ideally 60 would be nice. Ideally 60 would be nice,
Does-
but like this is
It says consider turning down video settings.
yeah, but we want 1080p definitely. I mean, it looks good. It's just like the random stutter. It could be that CPU, you know, it's a little
My
busy.
i7, my i7's not doing it anymore, huh?
It's hard for it's just streaming's just a lot on any computer. It's tough. It's a tough thing to do.
But you know that telling me that, okay, everybody, I've known Mark for almost 6 years now, and he knows that when he says stuff like that I automatically will go out and like buy whatever he says.
It's all right. It looks pretty good.
Let's see. Okay. Tell me if it. No, I'll play right now and tell me if it sucks. But you can do 30 FPS, I think, since the game is only partially on screen. Let's see. I lowered the bitrate down a little bit. So this game is like your typical roguelike, but you play as BlazBlue characters, and
Looks cool graphically. It's got some nice color to it. Contrast is looking pretty good. Nice flashy animations on the menu. Okay. All right. It's passing all tests so far.
it says encoding overloaded, Mark.
Yeah, it's probably overloaded. Did you lower it to 30?
No, I don't know how.
Might be on the output settings. If you had settings video.
Let me see. Let me see.
It's probably going to require you to do
Yeah,
an
I
advanced-
can't do it while I'm streaming.
Of course. Of course. Of course. So it's probably going to require you to fix it like this. So I think you need to do some sort of advanced bitrate like configuration on an OBS. I think there was like deeper menus you can go into, and like it's going to take it takes some time to get right. I think I did it back in the day. And it was a little hard to get right. But then again, computer, like you have your camera plugged in, computers, your computer might not be new. There's a lot of things that go into it. The best thing, like I said, was to have 2 machines. but you know that requires some money. We're just doing this off the whim, so it's all right. I don't think anyone's gonna punish us. I mean, is our cameras lagging, or is it just the game? Are our cameras lagging? I hope not, but I think they are.
This is gonna eat me up for the next week. I'm gonna go out and buy a fucking new computer.
Well, don't just do that. Do some googling first. They have actually Origin. I know they have pre-builds. Is it Origin? That's the name of the company. I'm just gonna say I think it is. But yeah, they have like the stream build pre-builds where they have like a console inside the PC. So it's like all in one thing, but you can have like two separate. It's made for this stuff. It's pretty cool. But usually that's what I mean, if you're really trying to stream, that's what you do. But I'm sure there's a way around it. There's got to be a way. It seems like your computers should be fine enough. I was saying, or actually I didn't say this yet, but I was going to say, like we used to do, if anyone's watching, of course, I know some people know the Noisy News Week. We talk about the news frequently in the stream, but it used to be weekly, and now it is daily. And the daily news, we're always like kind of looking at how many people look at it. Obviously, like certain topics are if certain games are more important than others, but it is nice to see that people are clicking on the news daily as opposed to weekly, because it just seems like, you know, the same amount of people will click the daily video, you know, rather than wait for a weekly setup of everything, you know, just dish the news out as it comes. One might say seems to be enjoyed by our fans, but now, you know, the new fans that don't follow from that video, they unsubscribe. They're not even true Noisy Pixelins at the end of the day.
Honestly, I don't even
They're
like.
not here.
I
They're
don't
not
like
here.
saying fans. I've never said fans before.
Wow.
I
I would
always-
imagine like fan, I guess. It's a contextual word, I would
Yeah.
say. Because if you subscribe, I would say I was a fan of that video. I
Yeah,
watched.
yeah. That's like
It depends on how you break it down.
I've never actually played with this character, but I think I had just started this run, and then I tried to. Okay, let's see. I messed with the encoding. It still says I'm overloading, but whatever. I'm also like, this is like an early level because I died, but I'm also pretty strong in this game. So I know it looks like, oh, it's really easy, but it wasn't easy when I first started playing. I promise. Bailey's just judging me.
From your lack of skill, or
Yeah, he's a lot better than me at these games. But I do kind of want to show you, like, let's abort training.
I was trying to scroll for more comments to read, but it seems like I have to dig really deep past all these Ubisoft hate comments to get anywhere.
Okay, so like this is the actual like game world. So it has nothing to do with BlazBlue. Those are just like shells. Like really you're like in this post-apocalyptic world and you're this little robot. I think I got in a little glitch there. Maybe it was due to my encoding.
It's a great looking game for what it is.
Consider turning down video settings or using faster encoding preset.
Could be your actual video game settings that you're playing on, not the stream settings. Like if you're playing at like 4K or something, I don't know what you're playing at.
I'm playing on
1440p.
1080.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Me out.
I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It probably requires, like I said, there's I think there's menus you can open up in advanced settings and stuff in OBS and mess with like more parameters to keep your bit rate in a certain boundary so it doesn't like freak out. It's like too nerdy to explain. It's like yeah, it's like it's hard to explain. The bit rate just goes all over the place. So you have to like limit it. Something like that.
I tried.
I know it's tough, man. You'll get through this. We'll get through this.
It's tough, man. So you can. So these are the characters I have so far, but you can unlock BlazBlue characters. My favorite. Oh. And then you can like use other characters together to get their powers. That doesn't let you get too OP, so it'll lock you out of like the stronger ones. But when you die, your character can be put into like this little section, and you can like call back to their powers and then use them. So like, yeah, kind of self-explanatory.
I'd be. YouTube keeps setting my stream to 144p. Oh no, mine's set at 1080p 60. It's been. Hasn't changed. Don't tell me this is bad news. I don't want. No.
I kind of lowered the I like made the encoding different. I'll fix this next time if I don't buy a new processor.
Probably it might need more than that. I wouldn't just jump to it buying something right away. Although
It has nothing to do with
if it's an excuse for a new processor, then it's an excuse for a new processor. But
you know what I look at what I bought. It's right here. For Black Friday, I bought some DDR5 RAM, and I just I don't even have a motherboard.
yeah, I was gonna say.
It was just a good deal.
Oh man!
But like
Nice.
your list, I'm like setting myself up for a good time. You know what I could do is I could make this like a windowed mode, and then make the windows smaller. And then come over
Oh.
here.
Oh,
Is he cooking? Is this
don't
guy
know.
cooking?
oh, it's cooking. He's cooking.
And then
He's breaking it.
the overlays doesn't overlay the whole thing.
Oh. Oh, there's like that's weird. There's a little sliver over there. You just move it to the side and to the left. Move the image to the left. To the left. To the left. To the left.
I did it. We're good.
Oh no. No,
Here,
no,
let's
no,
see.
no, not that one.
Let's see if this works.
Might help a little bit.
Hold on to your butts.
He's cooking.
I think it's better. Ooh, that was that perfect dodge.
It's definitely better. Occasional sputter, very occasional. But we're good. We're looking good. The moves are looking cool. That was a cool like tornado move.
Dude, this is like the flashiest game.
That's what they need to be.
But you have all these cooldowns at the bottom. And then once you level up, you get more.
Right, Enfield. He's dropping the Arc Knights on us.
Did someone say
We've
play
been asked.
Enfield?
that we've been asked, did you guys play Arknight and Enfield? Yeah.
Grim, I haven't. We could play it, but it's a little boring. There's just so much audio. They just talk all the fucking time. I'm like, let me play. Like, what's up with this exposition? But I think it is developed by a Chinese team, so you can kind of see. China developers definitely love a more fantasy-driven dialogue. Those are the games I like. With the Juan sword down.
I like fun games, you know?
It was
It's
probably
fun, it's for me.
like 2016. I think.
What is this?
This is BlazBlue Entropy Effect.
Game looks pretty fun. I can't confirm. I'm currently not holding the controller, but
Well-
unless you're talking about Arknight right now.
Oh yeah. So about Arknight, Grim. That game. I think it's fun. There's just like a lot of dialogue. Like they like lore dump you within the first hour of gameplay, and most of it is so it's like 45 minutes of talking and then 15 minutes of tutorials. Yeah, so but it's a very pretty game. While I was playing it, all I could think about was like how much I wish God Eater had those graphics. Because like the characters are so well designed, and like they're just stylish. And yeah, Hollow Man, this is for some reason it's based on the fighting game. They're not gonna give us a new BlazBlue, but they'll give us this. Yeah, I doubt we'll get a new God Eater for a very long time. I don't think the last one did very well. It's fun, but people want Monster Hunter, and then it's not Monster Hunter, and no one knows what to do after that.
BlazBlue, this is a fighting game spin-off. Play Project X Zone and be satisfied.
Oh, I know. Project X Zone's 3DS game. You know what I did buy? I bought a analog, and I'm waiting for that to come in the mail, so I can play Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games.
I miss playing the Game Boy like SP and the Game Boy Color. Miss all that stuff. It's just so like hard to play nowadays. It's just when you're used to all these new games, going back and playing these like really old games is like sometimes challenging for me. But
I don't know, dude. I'm playing Golden Sun right now. It just came out on the Switch Online, and like I'm actually having fucking shit. There's fucking fire down there. I'm actually having a pretty good time.
Well, does it look like a Stage 1 Game Boy Color game?
It looks like a Stage 1 Game Boy Advance game.
Improvement.
Yeah. I've got to this boss before and one cycled him, but I don't think I'm going to now. But I swear I did. Those are those speed strats.
I guess people just like Golden Sun. It seems to be a popular title.
It's the setup is so like classic RPG, you know. There's not really much to it, but it's just people going on an adventure. And it's kind of what I like. Yeah, Mushi GPT. I think it's just a fun adventure. Like, the opening moments, you kind of lose everything, and then you want it all back. Everyone kind of dies. You know, like I noticed that I had that my
With
my
these little upgrades.
my green boxes
He's
showing.
like what you get at the end of the level.
Oh yeah, so you get to choose skills after every boss. There's some I like, but there's been updates since last time I played, so I don't. So like it says new, like those are the ones that came in like the new updates, and I can't actually start the review process of it because it doesn't come out until closer to launch. So I didn't want to get too far, and I'm not even playing the review build. That was my thought process there. I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it bad justice. You know. It was a lot of kids' first RPG. I don't know if honestly, I don't know if I ever beat the first one. But I remember when I first bought the Game Boy Advance, or got it, my dad showed me like a magazine, and it's like, okay, well, what do you want? And I was 10. But he's like, well, what do you want? What's your first game? And I remember seeing that one, and it was just like a small screenshot, and I was like, oh, I want Golden Sun. I think they got me Advance Wars instead. My dad's never been good at giving me gifts. One year at Christmas when I wanted Final Fantasy. Oh man, I asked him so many fucking times. Give me Final Fantasy 9. It's Christmas Day, brother. I fucking go out there. All the little presents are right in front of the fireplace, and I'm just like 10 years, probably 11 years old, super stoked. I see a wrapped CD, and I'm like, fuck yeah, Dad, you did it. The wrapped jewel case. I'm just super happy. I'm like, I'm gonna open this up because what I used to do, I don't know how you guys used to celebrate Christmas as a kid, but I used to wake up at 6 a.m. with my brother, and we would go out to the living room where the presents were, and then we'd fall asleep on the couch and wait till about 8 a.m. where my dad would come out and we'd open up presents. So I was doing that this time. And so I fall asleep and I wake up and my dad's out there. He's like, okay, let's open up presents. I open up this jewel case present. It's fucking the new Usher album. I don't even fucking listen to Usher.
It's close enough.
And I'm like,
Final Fantasy.
like as a kid you want to have like your parents back. But like he totally just went to Walmart and just bought whatever was there, you know? That was the worst Christmas of my life.
You'll never forget it.
I
just like how you opened up the conversation. You're like, my dad is terrible at Christmas. They're terrible at giving me Christmas gifts. Let me tell you why. He's really bad at helping his kid out.
Yeah, I remember one, like we stopped celebrating Christmas around like when I was 16. And I remember my brother like really came in clutch that year because he had a job at Chuck E. Cheese, and he knew my dad wasn't going to give us anything for Christmas, so he bought me the collector's edition of Final Fantasy 12 that was out at that time. And I remember it was like the steel case, and I mean he was like his first job too, so it was kind of cool that that was like he got me that. Fuck parents. That's all I gotta say. Parents never understand. I'm still angsty, man.
It all started at that Christmas.
Yeah.
The Usher Christmas.
The Usher Christmas.
One tattoo at a time. One rule break. trying to think of Usher music, but I really can't. That's how insignificant Usher is.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, no, not coming.
It doesn't. You just
No?
made everyone leave.
Feel it in your body, you found somebody. Dude, I listened to that Usher album every fucking day because it was all I had. All right.
My dad is really good at letting me down on Christmas Day.
This is a new room. I've never got this room before.
That's
kinda
not the whole
cool.
point of playing the game more, right? You play the game and you experience
Well, I
new
played the
things.
game, but it's in early access right now.
Eat
So like,
whatever they gave you.
yeah, every week they kind of add new stuff to it. Noelle's such a cool character too. Those her bullets, there's like a little bit of a guiding tactic to them where they do kind of guide towards whatever enemy you're next to. I always press the fucking trigger and not RB. I don't know what this is, but you get like this entropy stuff and you're supposed to like clear it because you start suffering from like sickness if you let it get to 200, which is the max. So you have to like rest to take it to remove it. Mushy GBT. I told Bailey this morning that I think what would be a cool I should just like pick a day like Tuesdays or something and just start streaming through the Dragon Quest series, starting from the first one. Like the Switch updated one, which I have not played yet. But he reminded me that was an investment. Buy some stuff.
There's a Q&A feature on the chat. Here we go. Start Q&A. Did I do it?
Yeah. What's the question? And what
game should we play on stream?
Ooh, that's a good.
Not right now, but
yeah, that's a great.
some ideas.
No, that's a great question. We can play new games that are coming out, or we can play old games.
Interesting features. For anyone watching that hasn't been subscribing for a while, and I guess if you guys have all been subscribing for a while, I feel like the last gen video from 2 years ago, Magna Carta, is randomly coming back with views and some comments. I don't know if there's a sale or anything like that.
No, I think it's because Korean games are just being...
Something about that.
Yeah, it's something about Korean games right now.
So if you want some Korean RPG action, you can search for Magna Carta last gen. Good throwback playlist. We might bring back. You know, who knows? We don't know.
All right, we're not gonna play Custer's Revenge, but that would be fun.
Custer's Revenge.
Oh, I hate this boss.
Can I have 2 Q&As going on? Can I add a question? Can I change the question?
What's the question?
I was maybe saying I was gonna add multiplayer games? Question mark.
Yeah, Mark really wants to play a game with me. So give him good ideas of what we should play. And why all of them are Warzone. Jesus Christ. There we go.
Look at this. I'm gonna reflect on our previous conversation with a new poll.
That's called a callback.
Third person versus first person.
Easy every
game.
time.
Get a poll. Whoever's viewing. You got some third person vote. Boom.
We're getting farther than I thought.
Trying
I
to
hope
think.
that I really do hope that Bailey is proud of how well I'm doing. Like
You haven't died, right?
I have not died. But we're getting in. So see this like butterfly shit that's coming out? That's like the sickness. The entropy sickness.
Getting down with the sickness.
Yeah.
Got that entropy with
What
the
is-
sickness.
Terrible.
What's that little... Oh, that's a mine. A bomb or something. Nope. An enemy. Gamer. Playthrough of Like a Dragon. I mean, playing Like a Dragon would be kind of fun for
Yeah.
stream. Or I don't know how. It's probably going to be. I mean, if we only stream once a week, it's going to be literally. We're never going to.
Oh yeah, when we were even at that preview event, that wasn't even enough time to kind of see everything, I felt like.
So, I mean, maybe the future holds a different schedule of gaming throughout the week, but playing Like a Dragon once on stream might be fun, or twice, but maybe not a playthrough.
We need a day where we just stream a game.
That is true, where we can pick a game and beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play day.
I'm not sick anymore. I fixed myself. So like right here, all I'm trying to get is the tactical HP. Or tactical experience, sorry. Because that gives you like more skills. That's why. That's the nerdiest thing I've ever said in my life. Ooh, trying to get tactical experience.
What game is this? This is BlazBlue. I don't know the subtext of the type of game. Zario, what is the name of this game?
BlazBlue Entropy Effect. And entropy? Entropy? However you want to say it.
The Entropes. How many levels are...
We're on level 3. There is a part where I'm probably gonna die at. Because look at I like this game because look at they get hurt by traps. Some games don't hurt the bad guys.
Like the bad guys hurt their own bad guys is what you're saying?
Yeah. Tactical experience, 80%.
Well, you gotta set yourself up. You gotta hit the enemies into
Ooh, we did it.
themselves, you know? You gotta gamble. What are you gambling?
Impulse. On taking damage, the next damage you take. Yeah, sure. I love a little bit of defense. You can just stack skills in this game. They don't give a shit. You can stack whatever you want. I'm Mark, I want to tell you that I'm working on my my Paxies 6-pack right now. So we're gonna do a Noisy Pixel calendar.
6 packs.
Oh, I've never had a 6-pack in my life. Probably never will.
I mean, it requires some effort for sure. I think it's what's the word I'm looking for? Overhyped, I suppose. Dream some people have, you know?
Yeah, it's
It's a fantasy for sure.
even like
It's a whole lifestyle.
I don't even like going to the gym. I just need to get out of the damn house.
You just gotta really focus on them abs and just like eat nothing, pretty much.
Yeah, it's this new diet called never eating. Sometimes it works, sometimes you die. It's cool.
Increase the metabolism by stopping eating. Ever wondered how to lose weight? It's easy. Just stop eating.
On using legacy. See, this one's cool. These Blade Storm fucking things, those are cool. Then a rest so I don't get sick again. You know what? I can't see the chat since you asked those questions. I have to go to live
Click
chat.
on them. Oh well, yeah. You can go. You hit the chat and they hover at the top for you, and you can click on them to expand them. But no one has gave us a game unless they're typing the games. But I wonder if can you type in the question?
I don't know.
Wonder. I don't know it. Well, I'm learning.
Oh, this is a pretty intense boss. He's actually the hardest boss. I might die fighting.
Yeah, you can type in this category.
Okay, so the stacks that I have right now, they do allow me to like generate a blade storm. If I see like that generates those spinny blades. If I successfully dodge like that, I get some blade shooters right there. Okay, he's gonna like throw up right now. That's not gonna stop us.
Yo, transformed.
Oh fuck. I'm poisoned. Ah, okay.
Can't tell if you're like winning or
I'm winning.
you're just taking damage right now. Where's your health? Bottom left.
So the enemy telegraph are those you'll see like a big wave of like red. Why can't I freaking- oh. There we go. You do get you get invincibility when you successfully fuck him. Fuck you, dude. I don't even have any summons right now. Fuck.
Did we actually discuss? I don't remember actually the in detail the Xbox Direct, or we just graze over it with the Indiana Jones.
That's all it was.
That's all it was. Shame.
This is the farthest I've got with Noel.
Octopath 1 or 2, the second one released last year, and no one talks about it.
Yeah, Octopath Traveler 2 is
Octopath?
one of my... That's what they're saying to play?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
Oh, that's my favorite game last year. I'll play that game. I'll put that game on and we'll do some high level like dungeons that not a lot of people have seen because not a lot of people have played it. So there will be no story spoilers. We'll just play some ridiculous stupid hard dungeons that are at the end, that are at like the end game. No story though, but they're fun. That's
Oh, your shield. I was looking at your shield that disappeared.
Like, this is when the game gets kind of hard, but it gets even harder. Can you imagine that?
No.
I know I'm playing. I do know I'm playing this, and Bailey's probably mad that he didn't pick up this game for a review because it is a total like Bailey game. Just like flashy action where you have to respond like quickly.
Is that a Bailey game?
And he's really
Colors
good.
and lights.
He's really good at action games. I've seen those data fights that he does on Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know what that is.
I probably oh my god, I remember it. It took me way too long to do those data fights in Kingdom Hearts, and then Bailey made it look super easy watching him. And he's just like explaining. He's just like explaining like, oh, you just do this, you just do XYZ, and I'm like, oh, is that all? Is that all you do? Yeah, I'll recover some HP. So this is the coolest one to get, is like tactical experience. If I, ooh, potential is actually better. I just never have enough money for it. Potential is like character unique skills. So each character that you unlock does have unique abilities. And that's what the potential upgrades are for. And then you have like elemental stack upgrades, like where you can, if you want to stack like poison counters, or if you want to stack like shadow counters, you can. But the idea is to stick with one, because you can't like have fire and ice and think that you're gonna have enough time to upgrade both of those. So you stick with one. So if you want to do ice, you can do like a freeze counter, or you can put cold on an enemy, and then you can upgrade that cold to a freeze if you want. So there's cool stackable stuff. These enemies, they'll like put shields on anybody until you kill them. I'm kind of excited for Persona 3 Reload. Seeing all the gameplay of that, I think that's like, because I didn't play Persona 3 right as a kid, or not as a kid. Like when I don't think I played it until I was like 21, and I think I stole it. I think I pirated it. That was when I was a bad boy.
Mm-hmm. The history.
The history.
True lore.
I'm not a... I said this too in a comment, but like once Hudson Soft closed, I felt like it was my fault. Like, because I was pirating so many PSP games at the time, because it was just so easy. They closed, and I was like, well, they closed because I wasn't buying their games. Like, this is a burn. This is a burn. But I have too many like freezing counters, so I'd rather get something that's like, at max cold, an enemy takes AoE damage, but like if I got fire, my fire is low, but I already have stacked cold attacks, so you would want to like stick with that instead of mixing low level elemental attacks.
I have found an interesting comment that was actually posted a day ago regarding the Tevi review, which I thought was interesting. They say it's not Metroidvania, and there is no such thing as Metroidvania. And then there was some hate after that. It says, "You rubbish, lesser being." What do you mean? There's not such thing as a Metroidvania? Is this a hot take?
One time, that lesser being reminds me of this one time. I probably was like 19 years old, but there's this guy who was like a Halo player. He was like really good at Halo or whatever. Ninja. And he was over at my house, and my apartment, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm in Halo regionals or whatever, and I was like, oh, let's play. I have it. I had a 360 at the time, so we go on, and he's like destroying me, right? Like he's doing really well, but because I'm me, even though I was dying, I was still making fun of him as if I was winning, and I saw that it was upsetting him, and I kept going, and then finally, like, he killed me like 20 times, and then finally I killed him, and I was like, and there's other people in the room, and I was like, oh, and the like he's trying to make sense of it, right? He's trying to like, I already killed. I'm just you're losing. You're never gonna make a comeback. And I was like, dude, don't matter. I got like just like being a total ass, right? And the words he decides to say is, "I'll decimate you." I just started laughing.
You fucking
You
noob.
fucking decimate me, dude. You sure that's legal? You sure that's legal to decimate someone? Anyway,
I will decimate you
Yeah,
in this Halo combat.
yeah, a lesser being is definitely up there with decimate. Just like
But anyway,
of nerdy things to say.
the question at hand is Tevi a Metroidvania?
Yes.
Or does
Look
it,
at the
or does it exist?
just look at the forum of Tevi's Steam page. The developer, I think, responded to somebody and said, no, it's a Metroidvania. Because someone asked, is this a Metroidvania similar to 4? And he was like, yeah, it's a Metroidvania like 4 was. Like, he didn't say it's not a Metroidvania. Because some entries in that series are just like stage-based. So fuck that commenter. Did you like Metroid Dread? I watched a speed run of it. I bought it. I have not played it. That's on me. And I'm sorry.
I want to play the remaster of which I have it, the Metroid Prime. Is this what it is, right?
Yeah, that's not Dread, but I hear Metroid.
I know.
I heard Metroid Dread's really good. But yeah, I watched the speedrun of it like the other day, or like yesterday or something like that. You know what? I didn't notice, but one of the things I picked up was a curse, and I'm totally not. I totally was not prepared for the curse. Let's hope I survive this, guys. Cold. Oh, I got a rest. Yeah, Prime Remaster. I bought the physical of that too, just because that game reminds me a lot of I think I was probably like 14 when I played through 14, like 16 when I was playing through like Metroid games, and I totally forgot about this fucking person. I need to shut the fuck up. I'm gonna die right here, guys. There's no way I could beat this person with the help I have.
It's kind of funny to see how the old videos are still making it. Like, you know, people go back and like are just shopping for like games that they've never like.
Well, there's sales like when
So many games. Yeah, I guess there are sales, and I guess that might drive it. But it's interesting. Like they find a sale on a game they've never heard of, and then like
I'm
maybe
sorry,
we're the
guys.
only review of it.
I'm sorry I died.
No.
I'm sorry, Bailey. Is this game worth it? How much are they charging for it? I was told it was kind of a bland roguelike. I don't even think it's like bland. I think it's really fun. I think it's super responsive. There's some things that could be improved, like what you're saying when the bosses were fighting, when you're fighting the bosses and things are just way too chaotic because you stacked everything. I think the game really wants you to be overpowered, or at least get to a point where you feel like nothing can hurt you, and then it throws something at you that's like, oh, I just got put in my place. Like, it's like Armored Core 6, where there's some missions that are like, um, you can get through with them in less than a minute, but then there's others where you're like playing the same mission for 4 or 5 hours and just dying, getting your ass kicked. Um, I think it starts off. I think this game really does start off bland. So if whoever played it just played it for maybe like 30 minutes, it's a really bad opening. And it's also really bad at there's a there's like a Metroidvania style section too where you move around a map and then you like you refight bosses and do other stuff, but that part is never explained. It's never there's like there's stuff that just like doesn't make sense, because I think what happened was this is a roguelike game and then they got some type of BlazBlue license and were able to put BlazBlue characters in it, and then they found a way to just put in BlazBlue characters. So if you remove the BlazBlue characters, I still think this game would be good. But I think the BlazBlue like veil is definitely over people's eyes when they see this game. There's probably better roguelikes out there. I'm not currently playing one. Also, actually, yeah, I will be though. I'm playing a roguelike dungeon crawler, that stupid Hot Springs, Hot Springs game. I'll be working on that over the weekend. So I'll be hanging out with the anime girls in a hot tub.
Everyone's dream, babe.
Everyone's dream. I don't want to force everyone
You
to.
know, for no surprise, we got overwhelming 15 votes at a 100% vote rating for third person.
Whoa.
But I shouldn't be surprised because, it's no easy pixel.
Oh, they want a third person?
No, I asked what type of camera they preferred in the chat, and 100% of people, 15 people, have said third person.
I remember
No one was
when Resident Evil 4 was coming out and they had like this like when Leon had that over the shoulder like viewpoint, everyone was freaking out about that. That was like the big thing. It's like, oh, it's not third person, it's like second person. They were like trying to make up like weird terms to describe what this is, and I think that's like the consensus of like, unless you're playing games like Near Automata where the butt is the main focus of all frames, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That said, Mark, we can wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Oh,
Okay.
Hades too. Oh, Hades. Oh, fuck. Sorry, rant real quick. The thing about Hades is that all these fucking journalist fuckers didn't give a fucking shit about that game when it was in like early access and going through updates and stuff. Nobody wrote about it. No one cared about it. And I was like, no, this game is dope. And it's like a visual novel on top of being dope. And so when I was playing it, I was just like, holy shit, this game is amazing. And then I put out my review and stuff, and then and then all the other outlets are like, "Oh, we fucked up not covering this game." And I'm like, "Yeah, you did." But that's the end of my story. No, everyone slept on Hades is my story. And I'm glad that it's doing well. And I'm glad a second one's coming. I hope they don't get big-headed, but I don't think that studio will. What they did that other like game called Alienation, I think they did. Who's the developer of Hades?
Find out right now.
Find out right now. Be man behind the computer. Super Giant. That's what I meant. That's what I was saying the whole time. What other games did they develop?
Let's see. How do I let me look at.
They used to do like PlayStation games, I think. Bastion. They fucking did Bastion. What a good game. What a good Vita game. I think I have it. I think I have Bastion.
Transistor, Pyre, Private Division, Hades, PS5. I guess that's the same thing. Or maybe not. I don't know what that is.
Bastion on Vita. Super Giant Games.
It's wrapped.
I've not opened it. I've not opened it.
For value or for because you haven't played it yet?
For value. Let's see. Let's see how much it. Let's see if there's anything to it, because it's probably not anything too crazy.
All my video game collection is at my parents' house. I have drawers filled with like GameCube and N64, PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I would never collect a GameCube.
Why not?
Too expensive, man.
Oh, well, at the time it wasn't. It was just normal price. It's all games I've had. It's not like a.
Yeah, at the time, it was.
Did you have a PlayStation 1?
Yeah. But it broke at some point. And then when we got a PS2, it was so late into the PS2 life cycle that the only game that I had was Aggressive Inline. And like I just played that. I can sing you the whole entire Aggressive Inline soundtrack. I mean, it's only $60. Bastion. So no, it's not rare. I don't think I paid $60 for it, so I'm still up. This is my kid's college graduation or college enrollment, whatever.
Are these Vita games really worth like money? Like people still use the Vita? People care about the Vita like that?
I don't think anyone cares. I think I'm the only one that. I think I'm the only one that actually cares about the Vita. Like, on like a not. I'm not trying to be funny when I say I like the Vita. Like I actually like the Vita. I'll see. I'll see what the most expensive. Oh, I know. So there's this stupid game. There's this stupid game called AW Phoenix Festa, and it's like I did open it, but it's from Bandai. I really liked the anime. So one year at Anime Expo, we're in the crowd of a Bandai Namco thing, and I think they just announced like the new God Eater or something, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll have a physical release in English, but it was from Play Asia, and it was super small run. So this game right now you can probably find for around $500.
$500.
Yeah.
Opened. What is it worth?
Opened.
Oh, is a 500 opened?
Yeah.
Dang. Close? How much? 1,000?
Ooh, let's see.
2,000? I would say like 800.
Let's see. We're checking. Brand new, graded. Ooh, 2,500.
But how did graded plastic?
Brand new,
like,
not graded, 1,000.
how do you grade as a wrapped plastic box?
But it has to be the English version. There's other physical releases of this, like there's Koreans and there's the Japanese version, but it has to, this is the only one with like English text in it. Yeah, I think that's my rarest Vita game.
I guess that's a good one to have. $500 opened is the most expensive. I couldn't name a game at that value. Maybe what's like Sunshine wrapped go
so
for?
at the time when I'm buying these games, Mark, I'm in college and I'm really poor, but I had someone was stupid enough to give me a $10,000 credit card, and I just remember like, fucking, I remember fucking one year I got my oh my god, I got my financial aid came in, and I I'm like 22 or 23 years old, and I went right to the NIS America fucking limited edition store and bought fucking Mugen Souls on PlayStation 3 because they still had the limited editions. Bought it for like, I think it was like $100. So I spend my fucking my financial aid on video games like that, and like the next week I remember it going down to like $40, and I was like, so just
$60. What your financial aid, like your student loan money? Like I don't
oh yeah,
understand.
I would go, dude. I would spend it. That thing when I got my financial aid back then, I just spent it on video games, man. I was ready. I was thinking, there's no way I'm gonna live for another 3 years. Let me just
Okay.
let me just
Go out with a
hang
bang
out.
here.
Yeah.
Cop some Vita games, smoke a stogie, and then call
Like,
it a day. Call
like,
it a life.
literally the only thing that keeps me alive are games like, oh well, the next Final Fantasy's coming out. I could probably live another year for that. New Kingdom Hearts right now is holding me off, I think.
New Kingdom Hearts is holding you off.
Yeah.
What do you mean, New Kingdom Hearts?
Like if I die, I'm not gonna be able to play the new Kingdom Hearts. I don't want to. So I'm trying not to
Are you talking about
die.
you're actually dead right now? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the reason why I spent all that money is because I didn't think I was gonna. I didn't think
What an asshole.
You're not gonna-
2012, we're all going down.
Bailey, I don't think you know how much like Bailey. Bailey says I don't like Kingdom Hearts, but I just don't open that door to him because he knows Kingdom Hearts so well that I don't talk to him about Kingdom Hearts. Because he'll trump me with knowledge over it, but I played all the games. I remember Kingdom Hearts 1, my brother and I, we rented it from Blockbuster. I was 12 years old. Rented Kingdom Hearts 1. We got all the way to the last boss. You fight him in some fucking volcano or whatever, and the credits are about to roll. Start skipping, bro. Fucking freezes. And they use your saving to a memory card back then, so like the last save was way before the final boss, and I'm thinking in my head, there's no fucking way
Now you have to tell people you beat it, and then you'll never know if you really beat it.
I ended up beating
You
it.
never know.
I ended up beating Final Mix. I ended up beating the Final Mix. But yeah, as a 12-year-old, like getting that far in a game, and
That was an actual problem back in the day. Game like the hardware would just fail, and you
yeah,
would just
especially when you're renting, stuff.
like you kick the console or hit the wire a little bit the wrong way, and
Yeah.
then and you didn't save for 3 hours.
Or you start wrestling
worst
with your
day.
friend or your brother, and you hit the floor and it shakes the disc.
You just WWE your rage away at that time.
Oh, we used to do that
Back in the
too.
good old days.
We used to take our mattresses off the bed and like lay them on the floor and put them next to each other. But one time I could have fucking died, but my brother was gonna tombstone me, but my head was sticking out of his legs. But aside from that, when he did it, my head was in the middle of the two mattresses that were
Yeah.
put together. So I fucking he didn't weigh enough, but it hurt. I was hurting.
And that's how Azario was born.
And then I got a little weirder.
And then he bought a PS Vita after that.
There was this one time I got really into making mixed cassettes and like record, but specifically all Snoop Dogg songs. I'm 11 years old, and
Snoop Mix 1. Snoop Mix 3.
It's all Snoop Dogg.
So cringe. It's like, what's up, pals? Pop on my cartridge.
The one time I have a fucking karaoke machine that I'm using to record all the songs because they play on the radio and then I'll record them or whatever. But one time I was like, oh, I know this song, so I'm gonna record. I was recording it, and I knew the song, but in my head, I didn't think that when I was singing that it was also recording on the tape. So I start recording the song, and I was like, oh, I'll just sing through the mic now. And like, it caught my vocals singing over Snoop Dogg. Didn't say the N word. Never have, never will. It was radio edits.
We let Snoop.
It was
handle that.
radio edits. It was radio edits.
We send the DOGG to handle that dirty work.
That was
Don't
like my
worry.
thing. It was like Snoop Dogg. That was it. Anyway, I think we could finish the stream on that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for sticking around this far, 2 hours in. We're gonna be here every Thursday from 8 to 10 or from 5, right? 5 to
5
7.
p.m. PT. I forget it's so late
PT?
for you. I'm sorry.
It's not that late. I mean, I'll be up for another 4 hours or so, but yeah, I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things for a weekday it is late. But you know, Thursday, you get that Friday hype, or what
Yeah,
we like
we're
to say,
hyping up your
we
Friday.
call it the fripe.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, fripe
like
up.
Ripe up, bitch. Thank you,
When you work
everyone.
that
Thank you,
9 to
Musha
5.
GPT, for hanging out. AGH, nice talking to you. Todd B, wherever you are, we love you.
Oh, we got one vote for first person. Let's go.
Oh, it's
All right, guys.
over.
I'll see you next week. Hopefully, we get some more game recommendations. Maybe
Oh,
we'll play
remember,
Octopath,
no
maybe
news
we'll
for
play some
Monday and
friends.
Tuesday. I might record something on Sunday night to post on Monday morning, but definitely no Tuesday. Michael
Oh,
Chow.
good thing it saves in the live
How
section in the videos.
convenient.
You can go back and watch it in your coffee break.
Yeah. No, oh yeah, it's only 7 for him. He's in my time zone. Let's go. PST. All right, everyone.
nerds. See
Have
ya
a
in the
great
next
day. Night. Be safe. Bye.